Hello friends, myself Ahir DR from RBNB College Srirampur. Today I deliver a lecture on thermodynamics. As you know that pressure, volume, temperature, these are the state variables. In this topic, we consider only these three state variables: pressure, volume, and temperature. Out of all these state variables. Now, if we consider these three state variables, out of those, two are variables, while third one is kept constant. So if we consider pressure P and volume V, both are variable, then T in that case is constant, temperature is constant. Similarly, as P means pressure and temperatures are variables, then in that case volume is kept constant. And if we consider volume and temperature both are variable, in that case pressure is constant. So according to this one, we can say that when thermodynamic state variables or two or more thermodynamic state variables are changed, then it is called as thermodynamic process. Or this thermodynamic process is also called as thermodynamic change. So what is thermodynamic process? The process by which two or more state variables are changed, then such process is called as thermodynamic process, or it is also called as thermodynamic change. In this article, we consider pressure, volume, and temperature. Out of those, only one is remain constant, while remaining two are variables. So, depending upon that, we have to study the classification of thermodynamic process. So for classification of thermodynamic process, we consider three state variables: pressure, volume, and temperature. Out of these three, one is constant, while remaining two are variable. So in case of classification of thermodynamic process, we consider reversible process and irreversible process. First, we have to study what is a reversible process and irreversible process under the classification of thermodynamic process. As you know that thermodynamic process is simply process by which two or more state variables are changed. And for the classification of thermodynamic process, we consider pressure, volume, and temperature. Now we have to study the reversible and irreversible process. For that purpose, if we consider two bodies which are in contact with each other, one is say hot body, another one is cold body. When both these bodies are in contact with each other, after some time both body attains the same temperature, that is called as thermal equilibrium. So in thermal equilibrium, temperature of both these bodies remains constant. Initially, when hot body and cold bodies are in contact with each other, this hot body loses its energy, loses its heat energy, and at the same time this cold body gains heat energy. Therefore, energy transfer from hot body to cold body, and after some time body attain the same temperature. Both these bodies attain the same temperature, means they reaches to thermal equilibrium. Now when these two bodies reaches to thermal equilibrium, or they attain the same temperature, then this hot body never become hot again. Its temperature does not increase, and also this cold body never attain its temperature again, means it does not become cold again. So this is called as irreversible process. This is called as irreversible process. So what is an irreversible process? Irreversible process. So according to this example, we can say that irreversible process is a process which do not restore its initial state. That process is called as irreversible process. In that case, this hot body never become hot again, and this cold body never become cold again. When they reaches to thermal equilibrium, such process is called as irreversible process, and from that we can define the definition of irreversible process. So what is irreversible process? The process in which do not restore its initial state, that is called as irreversible process. We are also familiar with another examples of the irreversible process. Burning of candle, it is the another example of irreversible process. Rubbing the palms together, this is also example of irreversible process. Now we have to study the next process, that is a reversible process. So in case of reversible process, if we consider melting of ice, it is the example of reversible process. If you consider boiling of the water, also we consider freezing of water, condensation of steam, all these are the example of reversible process. So from this example, what is the reversible process? So reversible process, again it is a process in which it restore its initial state. That is called as reversible process. This thermodynamic process may be irreversible process. Also this thermodynamic process may be reversible process. Now this reversible process can be explained with the help of PV diagram. If we consider A is the initial state of a system and B is the final state of a system. In initial state A, pressure is given by Pi and corresponding volume is given by Vi. So coordinates of initial state A are Vi, Pi. We know that thermodynamic process are the process by which two or more state can be changed. So it changed from initial state to final state. Then coordinates of B are Vf, Pf. In that case, Vf is the final volume and Pf is the final pressure. So in that case, in this process, in reversible process, this is the forward direction along this path, and along the same path it can be reversed. Such type of process is called as a reversible process. Such type of process is called as a reversible process. Now in a reversible process, path is same but directions are opposite to each other. So this is called as a reversible process in which it restores its initial states. These reversible processes are ideal process, and these processes are very slow. Now when we move from A to B, there is change in the volume from Vi to Vf, means volume of ideal gas enclosed in the cylinder goes on increasing. There is expansion of a volume from Vi to Vf. When there is initial state changes from A to B, there is expansion of a volume of a gas. Now in reverse direction from B to A, volume goes on changing from Vf to Vi, means volume goes on decreasing. There is compression. This process is very slow process, and these ideal process are the reversible process. This is about the reversible process. In a reversible process, there is no loss of the energy. Now we have to consider irreversible process. Now in irreversible process, we consider again PV diagram. If we consider initial state, which is shown by A on the graph, its pressure is given by Pi and volume is given by Vi. So initial pressure and volume are Pi and Vi. If you consider this path from initial state to final state, for final state coordinates are Vf, Pf, where Vf is final volume and Pf is initial, final pressure. Now when it move from B to A, path is changed as like this one. In reverse direction. Such process is called as irreversible process. So we know that what is irreversible process? The process which do not restore its initial state. So in a irreversible process, path is different. While we consider reversible process, in reversible process, path is same for forward direction and reverse direction. In irreversible process, path is different because in a irreversible process, there is loss of energy. And therefore there is different path for forward direction and reverse direction. So main difference between irreversible process and reversible process are, when you consider reversible process, in that case path is same for forward direction and reverse direction. And in case of irreversible process, path is different. Due to the loss of energy, finally it cannot reach towards point A because there is loss of energy. So this is the irreversible process. Now we have to study what are the causes of irreversible process. So for that purpose, causes of irreversible process. Causes of irreversible process. Now in this process, many process as like free expansion. Free expansion and we know the free expansion and explosive chemical reaction. What happened in that case? So for free expansion and an explosive chemical reaction takes the system in a non-equilibrium state. Due to the free expansion and explosive chemical reaction, system become non-equilibrium state. So this is the one cause of the irreversible process. Now in many process, there is friction, there is viscosity, and there are some dissipative forces. If we consider one body, slide over the other, its motion stops due to the friction, and heat is involved in the body. So this is the one cause of the irreversible process. So in many process involves friction, viscosity, and dissipation of energy. This dissipation of energy can be minimized but cannot be eliminated. So these are the some causes of the irreversible process. Now for a irreversible process, we have to consider some assumptions. Assumptions for discussion of thermodynamic process. So while studying the thermodynamic process, we have to assume we have to understand there is assumptions. So for that purpose, we can write assumptions for discussion of thermodynamic process. Process may be reversible process or irreversible process. So first assumption, an ideal gas equation is applicable for system. Everybody knows the ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT, where P is pressure, V is volume, N is number of mole, R is the universal gas constant, T is temperature. So this ideal gas equation is applicable for the system. So this is the most important assumptions. According to this assumption, we consider a system involved in all process, and that system consists of an ideal gas enclosed in a cylinder. That cylinder having a piston which is massless, movable, and frictionless. So important thing is that when we consider that cylinder having one piston, that piston is movable, frictionless, and massless. And remember that this ideal gas is enclosed in that cylinder. During this process, depending upon the requirement of process, the walls of the cylinder may be good thermal conductor. If walls of the cylinder are good thermal conductor, for isothermal process, if we consider isothermal process, then walls of the cylinder must be good thermal conductor. If we consider adiabatic process, then walls of the container must be insulator. Walls of the container must be insulator, or walls of the cylinder must be insulator for adiabatic process. Now third assumption, majority of thermodynamic process are reversible, and these processes are quasi-static in nature, means they are very slow process, and the system undergoes infinitesimal change at every stage except adiabatic process, and the system is always in thermodynamic equilibrium. The system is in thermodynamic equilibrium in all changes. So these are the three important assumptions for thermodynamic process. Now we stop here. Thank you.